And we move on to our next reader in the open mic, Samantha Pious. Samantha Pious is a multilingual translator, poet, editor, and medievalist. Her translations from the poetry of Renée Vivien are available as A Crown of Violets through, of course, Headmistress Press. A few are also featured in queer LGBTQ writings from ancient times to yesterday, edited by Frank Wynne. Individual translations have also appeared in Adrian, Lavender Review, Queen Mob's Tea House, Tea House, and other literary journals. My apologies, Samantha, and welcome.
Hi, thank you, Sandy. I love Treehouse. I think I'm going to use it in future. And thank you, Julie, and the other readers for those wonderful readings. I'm going to read a few poems from A Crown of Violets. And if you think any of them are familiar, that's because Renée Vivien was translating or adapting Sappho and some other Greek poets. So I'm going to start with one that we all should know. Ode to a Beloved Woman. The lucky man whom you make mad, he seems the equal of the gods in that he hears your laughter streaming and your silence dream, whilst I, in tears, I shudder and I cannot speak to you. A subtle flame has passed right through my flesh, and my sweat flows just like the bitter dew of the ocean's crest. A roaring of the noise of storms at sea fills my ears, for I founder in distress, more pale than the wild grass, and then I see your face through death. That's based on I think Sappho's fragment 23. And this is another one based on Sappho. Like an apple with its golden flesh that sways amid the verdant orchard and the rivers, at the treetop, swinging in a cadence as it shivers, like an apple that, as it pleases the breeze, goes swaying and laughing in trembling dusk, you blossom, mocking passers-by for their vain lusts. In you, the autumn's knowing ardor holds, the gold and amber lying at its root, and you withhold, O virgin unattainable, your body's fruit. Sorry. This is based on a fragment by another Greek poet called Gnosis. So it's called Gnosis to the Foreign Girl. Dark-eyed foreign girl, sailing to Mytilene, to gather flowers sprung from Sappho's lips. Listen, I speak to you, I'm out of breath. When you, as true as echo, return into our midst, then tell us of the city lazily reclining, a courtesan with veils of sea-spun silk, whose bed is soft and strewn with rose and fennel, with iris blue and crocus white as milk. Virgin, tell Sappho that a woman sings, the odes where Atthis' smile still remains, that she has sung the verses of the sovereign poet. Stranger, tell her that Gnosis is my name. Tell her that, in calling for her unknown touch, I sobbed with love, my unbound hair aglow. Tell her I see her, like the birth of Aphrodite. Tell her that I'm waiting, that I love her. Go. And how am I on time? Okay. Page 121. This is based on a poem by Renée, another Greek woman poet. The echo swims down blindly toward the dark, where the most lovely choirs eddy futilely, and where the dearest memory sinks and founders like a ship at sea. The weeping woman, drunk on drowsiness, exhausts her transports by the columns overhead. The morning cup is empty, silence reigns among the dead. The mere whose smoke ascends from golden censers no more delights the gardens where the aloes dwell. The voiceless virgins weave the pale and white violets of hell. The many-stringed harps are still beneath the flowers, rusty like a tarnished looking-glass. The waves of Lethe reflect the women lovers of embraces past. Persephone weaves, in mournful warp and weft, the broken strands of hope and of goodbyes. She only wakes in dreams amid the shadows that hold the eyes. I've got one more if there's time. Okay. This is another Sappho one, and that's it. In the future gray as an uncertain dawn, someone, I think, will remember us, while autumn burns above the amber fields with eyes of rest. Just one among the beings on this earth, oh my desire, will remember us. A woman whose brow will bear the mystery of love and lust. She will love the rippling in the olive trees, the sea spray in its light and leaping arc, the flowers of the snow and of the sea, the winter and the dark. And, bidding shores and riversides farewell, beneath the sunlight's somber, solemn glare, she will know the sacred love of virgins, Athos, my care.
Thank you so much, Samantha. And, you know, where would we be without translators like you to be able to bring those voices of those other women poets that we would not be able to connect with across time otherwise. So thank you for your important work. And we'll see you again very soon, I'm sure. Beautiful.